The Gilded Age. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a girl looking for, what's the stuff, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. It's clear, it's a truth now. We will watch The Gilded Age because we're now at episode 4, and so we need to know what will happen with various characters. Then it is good. It's a good series. I will say I prefer it to the acclaimed White Lotus anytime. Many times. It is many times. But in my book, the second season, at times I was irritated by it, but then I'm losing it. I lose the sense of proportion. I must look in my tests and evaluations and conclude that what was I there's something wrong going off because one of the character strengths, you have character strengths as established by Martin Seligman, co-founder of positive psychology. You have courage with integrity, with vitality, with resilience, and bravery in humanity. Let's not get into all of them. Section you have transcendence, but you have temperance, justice, wisdom, and then they all are composed by various elements. But going back to transcendence, that's appreciation of excellence and beauty. That's one of the features there, that's one of the elements. And that's missing if everybody saying White Lotus is wonderful. All the nations. Mă, potolește-te mult, da? Destroying things. It's like a dog or hamster. Not like a bird. This one is flying around, the other is rummaging and bringing all kinds of... So anyway, I'm thinking of that comedian who took, if by Rudyard Kipling, if everybody around you are losing their head and you keep yours, and so on, then you're a man, my son. The comedian with a sense of humor said, well, if you see that everybody around does this and do the opposite, you should see the head doctor. So yeah, everyone says. Now, yes, the Russell family, the nouveau riche versus the established noble families. We'll have to see if Mrs. Astor, who's the top of the pyramid, if she will approve the ascension of Mrs. Russell, because she's not destroying a new thing. When we had a suicide, and then because Mr. Russell, the rich fellow, a big investor in railways, has decided to forgive some of the local officials who have upset him, and therefore he will not ruin them. But in exchange, Mrs. Russell will have to go back slowly into the world, and we'll see about that. And Mrs. Astor is mentioned as well, the key factor, the way up there. She's not going to dinners or lunches without knowing who the guests are. She's of course a privileged figure, and so Mrs. Russell is not yet there, but I anticipate she will become one of the she anyway has this money. What struck me the first episode, and then throughout, that's in a way a good case, a good thing to see. Rules of happiness, positive psychology tests in action or on the screen, because ending the first episode, she's crying. She's in her bed and crying, it's so miserable. So, in other words, you can have a fabulous fortune. She has this huge palace of a house with a ballroom, which the others didn't want to use. That's the part of the insult. The old school, the nobles, the old families. And so you can have all that money, wealth, and then still be so unfortunate. Figuratively speaking. And indeed, I keep mentioning this test, and there's so many now. They looked at the lottery winners, those who came into more than $1 million. And yes, for a few months, research shows that the happiness levels increase significantly. But then after those few months passed, they come back to the base level. So hedonic adaptation is called a phenomenon. We adapt to things we buy, cars, houses, so on. And so if we have to spend, it's better, or it's suggested, it's proved that one is much better off spending on experiences, travel, the like, things. So it will be interesting to see what they do. Our friend, the writer, she has this article, this short story approved, but she's also asked to write a political article on the notion, because we're more than 100 years ago in the series. So they don't have the right to vote. And she's supposed to write this article. And then we'll see what happens.